fire up Mason Rudolph if you're absolutely desperate. Shouldn't be that
Don't
desperate.
fire up Mason Rudolph,
Don't
even
fire
if you're
him up.
desperate.
Don't
Throw
fire
him for
him.
300.
Yeah, don't fire. Bengals at Browns. Cover your mouth. They won't just do your order.
He has been quarterback 11 or higher 3 of the last 4 weeks. And everybody hates on this guy. It is Danny Dimes.
I'm hanging up right now. I can't believe
Come on.
it. I'm hanging up.
No. What up, what up?
What up? How we doing?
Oh, we doing all right.
Uh-oh. There we go.
You good? Yeah, we're doing good.
Yep.
Kids are getting healthy. RSV is making its way out of the house.
Happy New
Finally.
Year.
Shit.
Yeah,
Hopefully, Happy New Year it is.
Yeah.
You guys get any snow?
About 3 inches.
Thank goodness I
Nothing
have that.
yet.
Just got a little bit of dusting.
I don't know if there's any in my neck of the woods, but there's nothing down here. At least not
Oh,
yet.
right.
We're supposed to get like 6 to 12 by Sunday, I think.
Don't say that.
No. Here.
I haven't looked at the weather in a minute. Okay, nothing here. Whew,
Whoa.
scared me.
Whoa. Well, here we are. Day after,
Yes.
I guess this is New Year's Day. If you were up late last night, bringing it on in the new year, welcome to 2025. This is the first episode of WPF in 2025, boys.
It is.
Hadn't thought of it like that yet.
That is correct.
That is correct. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on in WPF, the When Pigs Can Fly Fantasy Football Show. We are your hosts of the show. I'm Sal Adams. That's Corey Lamberts. And that is the Wesley Bryant.
He tipped his cap like this.
Oh, shoot.
Goodness.
Post-championship week, we truly hope that you went out and won your leagues this year. We sincerely hope that we're able to have an impact on your winning in your leagues this year.
You're winning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Show 'em the
the
belt.
second place winner of our home league, Wesley Bryant.
Yeah, I lost. My team didn't show up. Check out the belt. We gotta make some updates to it, but there's our belt.
Yep. Champ is here.
I have a belt. I have a belt. Do this.
La
do
la la la
this.
la.
That's not a belt, it's a cummerbund.
Yeah, that's
This
Yep.
suit is black, paws not.
yep. So well, we'll get her sit right there. The suit is
We
black.
will be holding on to that for a year, at least.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna go from
Yeah.
second to worst. My team's so old. All these decrepit old guys.
Yeah, championship week went well for me, not so well for Wesley. Yeah. I still love you. No, you don't love me anymore, but
I
that's
still
all right.
love you, even though you don't play games with me anymore.
We've
I
got
hate you
to
both.
talk about. I'm assuming you want me to just leave your buy-in for next year in the pot.
Yeah, it's fine.
No
Just mark me down as
paid.
paid. Yep.
Got it. So we will be doing that. Yeah. So on the show tonight, we've got studs and duds from championship week. There were some guys that absolutely blew up. Some guys you expected to do really well that didn't show up. We'll talk a little bit about that championship game that we had in our home league, and we might
Let's do Saturday picks. We'll just do it on the fly, just
Yeah,
because, just in case.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll
Yep.
do the Saturday picks then too. So, without further ado, let's buckle on up, ladies and gentlemen, because the WPF crew is about to take flight.
Back to you, Sal.
We're back. We're back. So should we go right into studs and duds? No. Let's do studs and duds.
Yeah.
Start with studs and duds.
Indeed.
I'll go
Um.
first.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, second place will go first.
Which one of my guys are you gonna tell everybody about?
Uh, let's do that. Let's pick a wide receiver stud. Let's go T Higgins, who as soon as he got done playing, I thought this is it. This is the end. T Higgins, 11 for 12, 131 yards, 3 touchdowns, 40.1 points. The wide receiver one in the week. He just,
Yeah.
I guess
Took
Burrow didn't
over.
want to throw it to anybody else anymore, in the end zone at least. My dud, guy on my team. Funny enough, Keenan Allen, 5 for 8 for 25 yards, 7.5 points. Wide receiver, 57. Thanks, pal.
Hmm.
Ouch.
Yeah, I will jump on in on wide receivers. The wide receiver of that I have picked for the week. I want to honorably mention Marvin Mims, but nobody started him in a championship game, so we'll just get that out of the way now. But wide receiver 7 on the week. He had 8 receptions for 141 yards and a touchdown. Ricky Pearsall sliced and diced our Detroit Lions. He is my fantasy stud on the week. And my fantasy dud, DeAndre Hopkins, was wide receiver 95, 4 targets, 2 receptions, 7 yards. That is all.
Wow.
Didn't Xavier Worthy have a good game, though? And Travis Kelce had a huge game. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
2.7 fantasy points.
Worthy did have a good game. I'll go in. I got Mike Evans, 8 of 9 for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. 29.7 fantasy points, good enough for wide receiver 5 on the week. Inching ever closer. What's he need now? 80 something yards.
Thank you,
He-
Evans,
102
for
yards.
trying to help me in the championship game.
Uh,
You tried.
he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. And then my dud is Jackson Smith and Jigba, 3 of 6 for 32 yards, no touchdowns. Wide receiver 65 on the week. I
Correct me
doubt
if
you
I'm
started him.
wrong, but did Metcalf
It's
have a good
possible.
game?
I don't believe so.
Nobody had a good game.
Oh, I thought, okay.
That was the 6-3 nightmare.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah.
Evans is 85 yards away. I read a bet on DraftKings, and it was buying the over under on Mike Evans getting 85 yards this week. And I was like, I would bet the farm he gets 85 yards this week. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, 100%.
Why are we second guessing that?
100%.
The only thing that keeps him out of that is if he gets hurt.
Yeah, otherwise he's getting it. I mean, without question. Without question. Moving right along, I will jump in on Corey. Do you want quarterbacks or you want running backs?
Doesn't matter, man. Champions pick.
Jaden Daniels, QB4 on the week, is my quarterback stud. He went 24 of 36 for 227 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and added 16 carries for 127 yards. That was
Wow.
good enough for 37.8 fantasy points. At halftime, he had about 16, and I was stressing. He turned it around in the second half. My dud on the week, Caleb Williams, QB 33, didn't even finish in the top 32 when 32 teams played. 16 of 28 for 122 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. I reckon they punted 8 times or
It was a
so.
lot.
Hey, remember that text that Caleb Williams sent him?
That's exactly why I said that. The dude was horrible this week.
Yep.
Go ahead, Corey.
My stud of the week for quarterback is Mike Evans, quarterback. Baker Mayfield, 27 of 32. Mike
Threw me off.
Evans is quarterback.
I know. I was
Sorry.
like, what?
27 of 32, 359 yards, 5 touchdowns. 44.6 fantasy points. QB1 this week. Guy went nuts.
Nuclear.
Absolutely berserk all over their opponent.
Panthers.
Anyway, the Panthers. And then Aaron Rodgers is my dud. 12 of 18 for 112 yards, 2 picks, .48 fantasy points. QB 36 on the week.
My stud, Joe Burrow. Joe Shiesty.
Yeah,
Joe
he was good.
Burrow. 39 for 49. 39 completions, 49 attempts, 412 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 rushes for 25 yards and a touchdown. 42.98 points, QB2 on the week. They still got a chance, don't they? I thought they weren't eliminated yet. I thought a lot of things have to happen, but they have a chance.
A lot. So you're saying there's a chance. There's
Right.
technically a chance.
Right.
Technically.
Yes, because
Buffalo is
Denver
in.
lost.
Buffalo is
Denver
in.
had,
Baltimore is in. Pittsburgh is in. Houston is in. Kansas City is in. Los Angeles is in. So Denver is 9-7. Cincinnati's 8-8, and Miami Dolphins are 8-8. If Denver loses this week, and Cincinnati wins this week,
They have the
Cincinnati's in.
tiebreaker because they beat Denver, right? Did they just play each
I
other?
didn't look that close.
Yes, they
I
just
didn't
beat.
look that. Yeah.
Yes.
Because they needed
So
Colts to lose too, and the Colts lost.
the Bengals play at the Steelers. If you remember in last week's show, I said that if the Steelers lost this previous week, that they would lose next week, meaning this week, against the Bengals. I still firmly believe that's going to happen. Denver, I believe, has a gimme game though.
Nothing's a gimme. This is the NFL.
Oh, I lied. They're playing the Chiefs. That's not a gimme game.
Well, Carson Wentz is starting.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But still, he's not a scrub.
I would like to see Cincinnati make the playoffs.
Yeah, me too. I would not want to play them. That's for sure. My dud on the week is CJ Stroud. 17, 31, 185 yards, 1 interception, 1 rush for 7 yards, 6.1 points, QB 34. Again, 32 teams play. He was QB 34.
Yeah, he might be my dud on this season, and maybe we should do a season studs and duds show, at some point, just to do it because I think it would be fun. But I fully anticipated him being a top 5 quarterback this year.
Yeah,
Sophomore
he
slump
hit a
is
sophomore
real.
slump for sure.
Running backs, Corey, or tight ends?
I'll go running backs. My start of the week for running back is Jonathan Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
32 carries, 125 yards. Carried that offense all day.
For
Literally. 2 touchdowns, 27.6 fantasy points. Good enough for running back 1 of the week. And then my dud is Brees Hall. 10 carries, 45 yards, no touchdowns. 6 points, running back 33.
You remember when I was told that if I sent Josh Jacobs, if I got a first and sent Josh Jacobs and a first and Drake London or T. Higgins?
You had to throw in an early first.
Yeah.
I think that was the exact terminology.
Yeah, so T. Higgins or Drake London with Josh Jacobs, and I had to go get an early first as well and add that to the mix, and I could have Brees Hall.
Yeah.
No thanks,
I'd
pal.
rather have every player that he asked for by themselves.
My running backs on the week: Jahmyr Gibbs, 18 rushes, 117 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 targets, 4 receptions, 46 yards, 26.3 points. Running back 2 on the week. Lions aren't slowing down, man. They got the Vikings. It's gonna be a huge game coming up. Talk about that in a little bit. But my dud, Tyrone Tracy, 20 rushes, 59 yards, 2 receptions on 3 targets, 14 yards, 9.3 points. Running back 25.
Not great.
No.
Not great. I will dive right in. My running back was RB3 on the week. 24.8 fantasy points. Had 90 rush yards and 2 tutties are the ones to write home about the stats. It's Bijan Robinson. Another good week. And my dud on the week, RB37. 5.8 fantasy points. He had 25 yards on 10 carries. That's 2.5 yards per carry. 13 yards on 2 catches. I'm talking about Devon Achane. In a championship week, you expect that guy to produce because he has been all year. Today wasn't his day. Well, Sunday wasn't his day.
Tight ends?
Yeah, let's do it. Go ahead.
I'll go. Zach Ertz, 6 for 7. 7 targets, 6 receptions, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns, 31.2 points. Solid game for him. He kind of, I don't know if you guys know this, you probably do, but he was on the Lions at the end of the year last year. He didn't play. He probably would have played if we made the Super Bowl, but then he
Yep.
signed with Washington Commanders this offseason. He's been pretty solid as of late.
I think he hit a bonus, with
Yeah,
those yards, right?
he hit 2
Like
bonuses
three
actually.
bonuses.
Yeah.
2 bonuses? Okay.
Yep. And then my dud, Dalton Schultz.
Mm.
CJ Stroud's tight end. 2 receptions, 6 targets, 21 yards. That's all,
Oof.
folks.
I think it would be worth mentioning that I think Dalton Schultz would be a really good buy low candidate this offseason. He had a really up and down year this year because CJ Stroud had a really up and down year this year. There's no way that happens again next year. I
Hmm.
fully believe Dalton Schultz will perform next year because CJ Stroud will perform next year. That might be a good buy low candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Just on my mind.
It's just tough because what's going on with the receivers? They got Nico Collins, Tank Dell's. Who knows what's going on with
Probably
his
never gonna
leg?
play.
I don't know that he'll even play next year at all
No
with
way.
that injury. Yeah.
No way.
You guys sure about that?
That injury?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
This late in the season,
maybe.
dude.
I know, but did he tear anything?
Everything?
Everything.
Did he tear everything?
Yeah, oh
Okay.
yeah, it's done.
I thought it was just a break and then like a kneecap displacement or something like that. That's why it looked so gruesome.
Tim Patrick
No.
situation going on.
Okay. Then
Teddy
yeah.
Bridgewater situation.
But then you got Stephon Diggs too,
Yeah,
and
Free agent.
you got Mechie,
Xavier Hutchinson as well.
Xavier Hutchinson. So who knows? But yeah, Dalton Schultz is their main tight end for sure.
I wanted to. You had mentioned we were talking about the Dolphins a little bit, and you had mentioned that Tyreek Hill had a good game. Tyrone Huntley played quarterback for them.
Mm-hmm.
He was 22 of 26 for 225 yards. Pretty good game.
Yeah, but he played earlier in the season when Tua was out and he played trash. I mean, I just wasn't expecting it. Both
They
of them.
both played.
Huntley also was the leading rusher for the Dolphins, 7 carries for 52 yards. I just thought that was a interesting game for him. Tight ends. I will go right on ahead and jump in. Let's reel it back in here a little bit. I have the tight end 3 on the week. He had 8 receptions on 11 targets for 84 yards and a touchdown. Travis Kelce. Had a good game. Really good game. And then my dud on the week, Jake Ferguson. Tight end
Fergie.
31. What's up?
No, I just said Fergie.
Oh, he had 5 targets, 3 receptions. He only had 18 yards. Not a good week from him.
Oh, is it my turn?
It is.
I'm up. My stud was Trey McBride. 12 catches on 16 targets, 123 yards, and his first touchdown
In
of
championship
the
week,
season.
baby.
Championship week, got his first touchdown of the season. He was tight end 1 this week. And then my dad is Dalton Kincaid, 2 of 2 for 24 yards. Tight end 26, no touchdowns. Nothing more notable than that.
I just want to mention Trey McBride on the season is tight end number 2, right? To Brock Bowers alone.
Yep.
If Trey McBride gets 5 touchdowns, he's looking at being the number 1 tight end in the NFL in fantasy, just so you guys know.
If he does
and a
what?
couple
if he had 5 touchdowns.
If
Oh,
he
okay.
actually had 5
touchdowns this year.
yeah.
I mean, of course you could say that about a lot of people, but that's literally the only difference there. He didn't score any touchdowns.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So, Brock Bowers also broke the rookie receptions record.
108.
And they still have a game left.
Yeah, but I like that he broke it before week 18 because.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. Yeah. Yep. That's pretty cool. But I mean, I didn't really expect him to not, since he's really the only target they've thrown to all year consistently. So good for him.
They liked Jacoby Myers for a little while, but he seems to be.
Yep. Peaks and valleys, man. Peaks
You're
and
done?
valleys.
You're done?
I did mine. Dalton Kincaid.
Dalton Kincaid. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that wraps up studs and duds on the week. Should we talk about Saturday's games?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah.
I think it's funny how one division is playing.
Saturday.
The entire
Brown
AFC North is playing Saturday.
Browns at Ravens.
Well, we don't need to give a fantasy lock. We can just do our pick. Why we think that?
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I think everybody's gonna pick the same thing here. The Ravens are gonna win this ball game. Lamar Jackson is phenomenal.
Are
Derrick
they
Henry
though?
is phenomenal. Are you taking the Browns?
Are the Ravens gonna win?
I think so. That's what I'm taking. Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens to win this game.
Cleveland won in week 8. 29-24.
hmm I'm not saying it'll be a blowout.
Is Lamar Jackson playing?
Whether he plays or not, they're winning.
I got Baltimore too. This had to be
I'll go
devil's
against the
advocate.
grain. I'll go against the grain.
What'd you
Browns
say?
are going to start Jameis Winston again.
Oh, you'll go against the grain. Okay, I didn't hear
I'll
what you
go
said.
against the grain. If Browns start Jameis Winston, Browns win that game.
Okay.
I don't think the
Well,
Ravens will
Dorian
start.
Thompson Robinson is questionable, but then again, so is Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I don't know that the Ravens will risk injuring any of their starting players.
Yeah. I mean, what's at stake if they can't get the 1 seed? No, 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 no. No, it doesn't matter. Division title is on the line though, I believe.
How? Oh, Steelers.
If the Steelers win, they split on the season. So that would be interesting.
Hmm.
Anyways, second game, we've got the Bengals at the Steelers. I do like that we're featuring an MVP candidate in each of the first 2 games.
Which
Yep.
is crazy because there's no way Joe Burrow's going to get it just because where his team is at. Although, if they make the playoffs, Joe
Brother, he's
Burrow
looking at
could easily win MVP.
he I mean, there's no reason to say that if he throws for 359 yards, he crests 5,000 on the season. That's crazy. He's at 4,600 yards with 42 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions. Man alive.
I don't know about you, but I got the Bengals winning this game.
And why?
They're playing for something here. Steelers
They are.
aren't really playing for anything. They could say they are, but Joe Burrow's trying to get into the playoffs. There's so many games, like even against the last time they played Pitt, they lost 44-38. That was the last time they lost. They've won out since then against Dallas, Tennessee, Cleveland, Denver. They had 3 losses in a row: Baltimore, Los Angeles Chargers, and Pittsburgh. And all their losses are close. Pittsburgh 44-38, Los Angeles Chargers 34-27, Baltimore 35-34. The biggest blowout really was when they played Philadelphia and they lost 37-17. Other than that, Baltimore again 41-38, Washington 38-33, Kansas City 26-25, New England 16-10, but that was week 1.
Go ahead, Corey.
I'm going to pick the Bengals. Steelers have been sliding a lot lately. At the Eagles, at Baltimore, and then home against the Chiefs. They've lost 3 in a row. I think I don't know that they'll be able to turn it around to get this pivotal win here at the end of the season.
Did you guys see the
Yep,
thing
I
that
got
said?
the Bengals one.
Did you guys see the thing about one? Rodgers said something about this could possibly be his last game this week. Aaron Rodgers,
Mm-hmm.
the Jets, he admitted that it could be his last game. Going into the game thinking that could be. And also, there's another thing that came out that said if Pittsburgh gets ousted in the first on the wild card round or whatever, they might not bring back Fields or Russell Wilson. And could you see Aaron Rodgers going to play with Mike Tomlin?
No,
No.
no way.
I'm not making this up. Somebody else made this up.
Yeah,
I'm
it's the Steelers don't do that kind of stuff.
no. I
Diva personalities like that, they don't. No.
I am sticking to my guns. I told you guys last week that if the Steelers lost last week, they were going to lose out. Um, they're losing out. I don't have them beating this Bengals team. Bengals are good. They kind of they've it's been an uphill battle for them. They just keep finding ways to win. Joe Burrow is out of his mind. Jamar Chase is out of his mind. T. Higgins is out of his mind. Interesting thing I think to pay attention to is Chase Brown and his availability in this game.
Yeah.
Without him, I think it makes it a little bit more tough. But they're not winning ball games running the football. Sure, they're running the football just fine, but they're winning ball games through the air. They're
Next man
definitely
up.
not winning. They're definitely not winning with their defense. Um,
Right.
so I'm taking the Bengals to win that one.
How
I
many
do like me
touchdowns I
some
gotta
Trey
score?
Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Did you see? Did you see the hot mic of Joe Burrow? And I'm not gonna say on the show because it's expletive. I don't know if it's Joe Burrow. It wasn't Joe Burrow. I think it was somebody else, a teammate, because it wasn't actually from Joe Burrow. But you just heard,
when
"You
the
have
the
one
kicker
effing job,"
yeah. Yeah. Yep.
but then I'm winning anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
I was just looking at the scores or the scoreboard here to see the schedule and everything, and I happened to just be scrolling through just for funsies. Tickets as low as $5 for the Texans Titans game.
oh my goodness,
That's maybe the lowest I've seen.
Let's scroll all the way to the bottom. Tickets as low as $341 for the Lions Vikings game.
I have 351 on mine.
Is it?
hmm Yeah, that's.
that's a
I
Yep,
huge
mean,
game,
351.
dude. It's not
But
even. What's the
anyway,
Monday night game?
there's.
There's no Monday
there
night
isn't
game.
one.
Oh,
Nope.
is that the last game of the week?
Yep.
Last
Oh,
game of the regular
Sunday
season.
night. Yeah.
Last game of the regular season.
Wow.
Our Detroit Lions.
NFL scripted.
At home, playing for the number one seed, playing for the NFC North.
How wild is it that the Vikings and Lions both wound up being 14-2? It just.
Dude, another division though. Look at the Rams, dude. How are they 10-6? There's had some
And
games where they
Stafford
were not good.
and Stafford's not playing this week.
Do they need to?
They already came out and said that he's not playing this week.
They
Oh,
already won the
I
division,
didn't
though.
see. Did they though? Because if
Yeah.
they lose to Seahawks, so they're both 10-7. Did they have the?
They clinched the division already.
Huh.
Seahawks have been eliminated, which is interesting.
Yeah, because if maybe they have
There's like
It's divisional. I
four
think it's
different.
divisional losses.
more divisional wins. Yeah.
There's like four different ties though. If LA loses this week, they would be 4-2 in the division. If Seattle wins, they would be 4-2 in the division. In the conference, if Seattle wins this week, they would be 6-6. If Los Angeles loses, they would be 6-6.
Yeah, that doesn't
They
make any
they
sense.
split the regular season record. And if Seattle wins and Los Angeles loses, they would both be 10-6. So what decides that? Because they did split the season, right? They beat the Seahawks in the first game, and
Because
they're
the Seahawks
and they're
are.
playing the Seahawks this week.
That is weird.
Strength of victory tiebreaker over the Seahawks.
The Rams are 4-1 in the division. Seahawks are 3-2. Rams are 6-5.
The Los Angeles Rams
Seahawks are
won the
5-6.
NFC West on Sunday night after clinching the strength of victory tiebreaker over the Seattle Seahawks. So because even if they tie, their wins are worth more than the Seahawks wins.
They did beat the Vikings, and they did
And
beat
the
the Bills.
Bills.
Yeah, those are pretty big.
And the Seahawks beat the Patriots, the Dolphins, the Falcons.
They don't have any big wins.
Their
Okay.
best win is against San Francisco,
Which isn't
which
same
isn't
thing.
The Broncos. The Broncos is a big win.
Yeah, week 1 though.
Yeah.
So that's why. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but I mean,
they got it. It's crazy that it came down to that. Like, even if Seahawks win, like, it comes down to that. That's wild.
strength of victories. That is.
I never saw that.
And the Texans still won the AFC South.
That's crazy because they did not do good
That
this year.
is hilarious. 9-7.
Anyway, that's it for picks. That's it for studs and duds. You want to go about our championship game real quick?
Yeah, if you want to, we can do that.
Well, I don't want to, but I will.
Yeah, this is for all you WPF leaguers.
Followers.
Yeah, no, this is for
followers.
the WPF league. Recent commitment to changing the league's name to WPF, the When Pigs Can Fly Fantasy Football League. The championship was this past week. It was Wesley versus myself. Neither one of us has to pay a buy-in fee next year. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I was gonna say it was a good game. Really, I think it was a good game.
It was. Yeah.
That didn't perform.
Rashad White was a bum. I had to play him because I lost. One, Pacheco came back, so I couldn't start Hunt anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He only scored 8 points.
Kamara
got shut down.
Kamara shut down. He's on IR. Well, no, he's not on IR, but he got shut down. Tyreek Hill, couldn't trust him because history shows that when Tua's not in, then he doesn't have a good game. But he somehow put up 19.5 points. Jerry Jeudy stunk it up like the last 2 weeks, but then he puts up 21.4. I'm trying to see if it would even matter if I jostled some things around. I don't think it does if he still played the guys he did. But the way Sal started this game off, he had Travis Kelce start off the week with 30.4, then T. Higgins with 40.1, then Puka Nacua with 22.9. At that point, the writing was pretty much on the wall. I did have Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry start off good, so I felt a little good, 33.4 and 24.5. Mike Evans, 29.7, but Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers was a bum.
Yeah.
Rashad White was the third running back on his team. Kittle did good for me, 27.2, but went up against Kelce, 30.4.
Yeah, it was. How did Debo didn't do very well either, right?
He started out okay. He got a touchdown, but he only had 9.1 points.
He got a touchdown. Yeah.
Another guy that has been solid had a stinker, Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Josh Allen did have a bad game to start, but he actually ended up putting up 26.9.
Yeah.
So, but even before that Monday night game started, I was like, if Debo and Kittle went off and Gibbs didn't play.
Bless you.
Wow. Thank you.
Bless you twice.
At least I muted my mic.
Yeah.
Then maybe I had a chance, but I was like, I want Jahmyr Gibbs going for 50, so I even said that. So I pretty much knew it was over.
It was a 50-point lead, and I said it. I was like, I'm still not convinced that I win this game because if Gibbs has a stinker, Kittle can score 40 any given week. Deebo Samuel has scored big numbers every season of his career. I'm like, it's not unlikely that they combined for 60 points playing against a weak secondary in Detroit. If Gibbs has an off game, it's not over. I mean, 50 points feels like a lot, especially when the other person has Gibbs. But
and all the targets that Debo used to get went to Pearsall this week. So
well, it doesn't help that T. Higgins had 3 touchdowns. No, it doesn't
No, it
help.
No, it
helped.
doesn't.
That does help.
It doesn't help that for
I
me.
mean,
I'm saying it doesn't help that Jane Daniels
Yeah.
ended up putting up 37 points.
God,
yeah, the
that's so much fun to watch, though, man.
I
126
love
rushing
it.
yards was
Good for him.
insane.
Good for the young quarterback. It's good for the
Hmm.
league. No, you started
Yep.
the guys you needed to start. Like literally,
Mhm.
you did not make a bad start. There's not one guy on your bench that should have played over anybody else. Yet Kyle Pitts and Drake London actually had decent games, but they still didn't deserve to be in your starting lineup. Mark
Mhm.
Andrews, who you gonna start him above Kelsey? No.
Not this week.
I
Next
mean,
year,
the
maybe.
only spot you could have gained any points was at the wide receiver Justin Jefferson. And you're not starting somebody over Justin Jefferson. You're not starting Drake London over Justin Jefferson or
Oh yeah,
Kyle
no,
Pitts. So
Nope.
no,
GG's,
no.
man. You deserved it. You came back. You made a lot of big deals at the end of the year. Solid. I mean,
Got
it was
lucky.
fun. I was what 8 weeks undefeated, something like that. Got beat by Shannon. You beat me in the regular season, then you beat me in the finals. 12-2, 12-3. You went 10-5. So
Did I go?
That's just
Yeah.
that's just all you have to do is make the playoffs.
yep. In another league I'm in, my buddy Matt, I was the number 1 seed. I got ousted by him, and then he ended up winning the whole league. So, and
All you got to do is make it.
he had the. Let's see if I can find it real quick because he's very proud because this is like the first league he actually paid attention to, and I was happy for him because he won, and it's not loading, but I'll talk about that in a
I'm re-
second.
we we put so much time into this. It's good. I I'm fine with. I love all the guys in our league. I like all the guys. It would have been fine to see anybody win it, but I'm happy that one of us won it because like even if it would have been, I hate to say this, even if it would have been Corey that won it, I still would have been happy because of all the time and effort and energy that we've put into,
Right.
you know, our studying the fantasy football this year
Hmm.
and looking at stats and analytics and numbers and making predictions and suggestions and really doing deep diving. I know I have, but I know I can speak for you guys when I say this too. Like we've done a ton of deep dive research and trying to find guys that is this going to be a hot buy? Doing the hot and cold and things like that. So it's nice that it paid off, and I'm
Yeah.
really hopeful that some of our listeners that it paid off for them listening to us.
Yeah. Back to my buddy Matt. So in our league, the top 6 teams, make it 1 and 2 get the bye, and then typical thing. Last 4 are in the toilet bowl. His record was 8-6 going to the playoffs. Mine was 11-3. I had the most points for. I was the only one that hit 2,000. I was 2,000.9. Out of the top 6 guys, he had the lowest points for at 1866.56. He also had the worst record out of the top. Or actually, he did not have the worst record. There was a 6-8, but he was 8-6. And the next was 10-4, 10-4. I was 11-3. I had the best record again in this league. But bad week. Just takes
All
one
you
bad
gotta
week.
do is make it. All
Yep.
you gotta do is make it.
So, by the
All
way,
you
his
gotta
team
do
name
is
was
make
Sam Laporta Potty.
it. Nice,
That's funny
Yeah.
because that's
nice.
what he played like most of the year.
Hey,
Couple games he didn't, but the rest of the year he did.
Yep.
I was happy that even though I was in the same league, I still gave him some pointers. Like he had, uh, who did he start? He had Tyreek Hill starting, and even though Tyreek Hill did well, I had him put in. Um, he had 2 other options. I can't remember now, but it was either Jalen McMillan or somebody else. And I was like, put
I
that
was gonna
guy
say
in.
if you had him start
Oh,
McMillan,
Adam
McMillan
Thielen.
went.
Adam Thielen. He had Adam Thielen on
McMillan
his bench. I was
had a
like,
week too.
I said put Thielen in for Tyreek Hill, and Thielen had 28 points.
Yeah,
So
Thielen was a good
Jeez.
start this week.
Yeah.
Do you think he retires?
no, I don't know. Actually,
33
who knows?
on a bad team? What's
He's
his contract like?
33. I don't know.
I think so.
Well, what do you guys think about the Lions Vikings game?
I think I'm gonna sit my butt in my couch and watch the whole thing from start to finish.
Adam Thielen is on a 3-year, $25 million contract.
Did it start this year?
No,
There's no way. This has got to be the last year of
this
it.
is year 2. Next year is the last year.
Oh,
2025. So this upcoming season.
wow.
Wow. I'm gonna watch the entire game regardless. I don't know, man. I think the Lions pull it off, but I'm hecka nervous about it. I'm hecka nervous about it. Brock Purdy, uh, and company made our defense look bad.
I want to see Kirby Joseph doing this.
Yeah, Kirby Joseph, 2 picks. My dog, this week.
He got him to
He,
9. He got him to 9. I want to see him holding up 2 hands.
yeah. That's the thing about the Lions is we're gonna put up points on anybody. We can score on anybody.
It's the
Uh,
defense.
the defense has to come up with a big stop at some point in the game.
We got to
You
make
know,
Sam Darnold see ghosts.
we've got to get after him. We have to get after him. I don't know what the answer is, truly. I don't know what the answer is for us with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison
I'm
and
calling it right
TJ
now. There's
Hawkins.
going to be an iffy sack. If he's going to blitz and get a sack.
Okay.
He's due for one.
P2 Malafanu.
Yep. Fatu
All right.
Melifonwu. He's gonna be a blindside blitz and get a sack.
Corey, what's going on in your brain up there?
Uh, I think Hawkinson will have a pretty big game for Minnesota. As much as I hate to see it, allegedly Anzalone's coming back.
I hope he does it
Or
this game.
um,
Adam Schefter said something about that.
obviously,
There's a real chance.
obviously, we want the Lions to win, and I think they can win. I don't necessarily know that they have to sack Darnold at all. They probably will, but I don't know that they have to. If they can get enough pressure on him,
Make him make a off back foot throw.
yeah.
If he lofts one, if we get after him and put pressure on him and he has to loft one up, that's where Kirby Joseph, that's where Brian Branch, that's where those guys back there are going to be able to make their move.
Does Terrion
And
Arnold get his first interception?
that'd be nice. I had an interesting thought. So, would it be beneficial? Could it be beneficial if the Lions moved Brian Branch into an outside linebacker position and then put Afitu in Brian Branch's spot? And so you had Kirby Joseph and Melifonwu at your safety spots, and then you move Branch to a linebacker.
I don't see him doing that.
Would it be beneficial?
I don't think so.
Because to have all three of
No.
those guys on the field at the same time,
They can be.
Well,
on the
they'll figure
field.
out a way to do it. They do it when they're
They do
nickel
it all the
set.
time. Yeah.
yeah.
And then you got
But then we don't get any pressure. I'm just like
you get a Meek
Brian Branch.
Robertson.
Right.
And is Mosley? Did Mosley get some playing time out there? I don't
Seems
know.
like he might have, but I don't remember. Robertson's done pretty good for us this year. I'm really, really, really bummed out that Carlton Davis got hurt. Like, really bummed out. He was a great corner for us this year.
Oh yeah, Meek, Namek. He played a lot of nickel corner too, didn't he? Man, it's gonna be a good game. I hope the Lions win it. I don't know. After the way they played last week, I was frustrated, and I shut it off at halftime.
This week?
This past week, yeah.
Against
I
the
was incredibly
49ers, eh?
frustrated. Yeah. So.
Well, I think that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mosley didn't play a single snap against the 49ers. I was just looking at the snap percentage. Maybe he gets some playing time against the Vikings. Maybe he shows up for us. Who knows?
I really want to get Kendall Vildor off the
That, yeah.
I want him off the field.
All right, boys. Again, congrats, Sal, on the championship. Great season, guys. And we'll see what the next shows are going to be. We'll do a picks on Sunday. We'll do a Saturday night show, probably. Picks on Sunday.
season studs and duds at some point.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe we'll do some spot shows here and there if some big stuff goes down.
oh, we're gonna be keeping her alive, baby.
All right, boys.
Mhm.
Peace.
Oh,